Speaking at an event held today, the Minister of Construction, Engineering Services, Housing and Common Amenities, Vimal Weerawansa, expressed the following views.
Look at what the opposition is doing now. They brought those Channel 4 people to Sirikota. That is the opposition. When there is such a government, the opposition should at least show that it is better. Usually when there is a good government, the opposition tries to be better. Only then will the people want the opposition. This opposition is trying to be far worse than the government. They are showing pictures to foreigners and have become the local brokers for Cameron's international operation. An opposition like this cannot overcome future challenges.
Tonight on Words of Wisdom, we take a look at the thoughts of the cultural icon James Dean on the subject of strength.
Only the gentle are ever really strong. James Dean.
You are watching your primetime news bulletin. Up next is Action TV. The Central Province Department of Education organised examinations for ordinary level students sitting for the exam this year at a cost to the children as a rehearsal for the coming ordinary level examinations. While the examinations were held for the 7th day today, attention was drawn to these examinations at the session of the Central Provincial Council which convened today.
This provincial council has ignored its responsibilities and over the past 3 years has not printed a single question paper. This time around, for the first time, papers were printed on the 13th of this month. The history question paper was issued.
Action TV carried an expose on the history question paper issued on the 13th that was tabled by the opposition councillor last Thursday, the day after the paper was issued. While 13 of the 24 questions in this paper cannot be classified as being in any way relevant to the history discipline, it is evident that they are relevant to the agriculture and food disciplines. After concluding that these 13 questions may have been intended for the agriculture and food technology question paper scheduled for today, Action TV made inquiries from the Assistant Director of Examinations at the Provincial Education Department. He said that he had received no complaints whatsoever that there had been agriculture and food technology questions in some of the history question papers that were issued to the students. However, at today's session at the Central Provincial Council, questions from the history paper that was issued to the students were quoted.
These are the questions in the history question paper. Why do leaves turn yellow in a plant as you look further up?
The Provincial Department of Education, which included 13 agriculture and food technology questions in the history question paper, today issued an agriculture and food technology question paper containing the same 13 questions to the students sitting the examination. When 15 officials attached to the Provincial Education Department visited Sumanagala Vidyalaya in Kandy today to initiate an investigation into the matter, it had been already confirmed that students had received a history question paper containing food and agriculture questions on the 13th of this month.
Because of the Action TV expose, an inquiry has now commenced in the schools. This is a major development. The Chief Minister said that legal action would be taken. Shouldn't legal action be initiated against the officials at the Provincial Department of Education?
This incident shows that examinations should probably be held for Central Province education officials rather than the students. Action TV will keep a close watch on the urgency given to this issue by the provincial authorities.
Two persons died in a shooting that occurred around 4 a.m. today at the Piduru Talagala Air Force camp.
Air Force spokesperson Air Commander Andrew Vijayasuriya said that an Air Force officer who was at a guard post in the camp had opened fire at another officer before turning the gun on himself.
The deceased individuals are Anusha Madhushankar, resident of the Sirikadura settlement in Mathugama, and J.M. Prasanna, a resident of the Alapaladeniya area in Gopalugalawatta in Moravaka. The bodies were placed at the Norelia General Hospital following the magisterial inquest. Air Force spokesperson Air Commander Andrew Vijay Surya states that a personal dispute may have led to the incident. He said that investigations are being conducted by the police while the case is also being monitored by the Air Force.
The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation says it is expecting a ship carrying a replacement stock of fuel to arrive in Sri Lanka on Sunday following the rejection of a stock of diesel brought into the country on a separate vessel.
CPETCO Managing Director Susantha Silva said that the stock of fuel brought into the country yesterday, which was imported from Singapore, was rejected as it did not fall within CPETCO's accepted standards. The vessel in question had brought in a stock of 40,000 metric tons of diesel to Sri Lanka.
The fisher community are urging the government to provide relief through the 2014 budget for a number of problems they encounter, including rise in fuel prices.
Fishermen point out that they do not continue to receive subsidies that were granted to them when fuel prices were increased.
It was mentioned in the last year's budget that the government gave priority to developing the fishing sector in order to ensure food safety and economic development and improve livelihoods. According to the government made allocations for fisheries harbours, warehouses, fishing vessels and infrastructure facilities. It was also proposed to implement an extensive program to improve the housing facilities of the fisher community and uplift their livelihoods. However, fishermen have constantly highlighted the numerous problems they have to face due to the rising fuel prices and request that solutions be provided.
තෙල් සානක් දෙනවා කාලයක් දුන්නා ඊට පස්සේ ඒකත් නැවතුණනේ දැන් ඒකත් නැහැ ආධාරයක් දෙනවා කියනවා දැන් තාම මුකුත් නැහැ දැන් පොම් පුරවලත් අපි බාර දීලා තියෙන්නේ තාම ඒක ක්‍රියාත්මක වුණෙත් නැහැ.
Another serious problem faced by the fisher community is high prices of fishing equipment.
හැම බඩුවක්ම ගන්න ගියාම දීව රාම්පන්න නම්මන සේරම අධික මිල බදු සහන ආධාරයම මුකුත් අපට ලැබිලා නැහැ.
කැසිනෝ වලට පවා බදු සහන ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඇත්තෙන්ම දීවරයන් ගන්න බඩු ආම්පන්න වලට බදු සහනයක් හම්බෙනවා නම් ලොකු සහනයක්.
All these fishermen say stem from a common problem, the rising of cost of living.
කොමාරි දාවිරක්කත් අපිට හොයාගන්න බොහොම අමාරුවෙන් අපි ජීවත් වෙන්නේ.
දැන් ආයෙ වෙලින් මේ මොනාරි කරලා අපිට මේ කණ්ඩ බොණ්ඩ ජීවත් වෙන්න මොනාරි උදව්වක් කරන්න ඕන දැන් රජේ.
The annual concert of the Yoshida Preschool in Sapugaskanda was held in Colombo today.
The concert was held at the BMICH in Colombo.
As the Yoshida school completes 35 years, the guidance of the most venerable head priest and the assistance rendered to me by the parents have been sources of strength to me to steer this school towards success for nearly 28 years.
A special team of representatives from Japan joined the parents who had gathered at the BMICH to witness the talents at the Yoshida Preschool.
Mr. Inong Wei has arrived here from Japan. He is an old member of this school. We worked tirelessly through this journey for 33 to 34 years. We cannot forget those who dedicated themselves to this school. Mr. Inong Wei is one of them.
Starting off your sports news this evening, the first match in the two-match T20 series between Sri Lanka and New Zealand has been called off owing to the rain. The match was due to commence at 7 p.m. today at the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium in Kandy. The Ministry of Sports, issuing a communique today, has criticized the actions of the National Olympic Committee. The communique states that the government is prepared to answer the letter sent by the National Olympic Committee to the International Olympic Committee citing political interferences.
The communique notes that a 5-member team led by the Ministry of Sports will meet the members of the International Olympic Committee on the 27th of this month in Lausanne, Switzerland, based on the notice of the IOC. The 5-member committee will include Secretary of the Sports Ministry, Anura Jayavikrama, Legal Advisor of the Sports Ministry, Panduka Kirthinanda, Diane Gomez, Deputy Solicitor General Sumati Dharmawardana, and Chairman of the National Sports Council, Dr. Maya Gunasekara. Sports First made inquiries from the Secretary of the National Olympic Committee, Maxwell De Silva, regarding the current crisis between the Ministry of Sports and the NOC. Maxwell De Silva said that details will be revealed through a media briefing.
And with that, we wrap up this edition of your Primetime News Bulletin. Thanks a lot for joining us and hope you have a great night ahead.
News First at 9.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.